love my coffee first thing in the morning. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy CowboyJobu. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, this just doesn't work. Sadly, it's another Sunday without football. But guess what, friends? Every Sunday without football brings us one step closer to the season being here. And now we've got all kinds of stuff to talk about, and what a difference a week makes. The Dallas Cowboys week one in free agency were truly on vacation. No, seriously. Jerry Jones was on vacation during that first week. But the Cowboys have gotten away from doing any big splash moves. I'm not sure if that's always the right move, but we'll talk about this later. We'll look back at the big free agents from 2017 and how they fared in a video coming up in the future here. And a lot of times guys are signed for past production and not for future potential. What that means is a lot of times we look back at what a guy's done in the past. People still talk about Michael Vick. Man, we should have signed Michael Vick last year, because you're thinking about a Michael Vick that was playing in Atlanta. You're not thinking about Michael Vick that's broke down like I am now. So a lot of times these free agents have a great year. They're on the market. Boom, they get that big pile of cash. And then they end up kind of tailing off. That's not to say that you don't end up getting a Case Keenum, who took the Vikings as their third string quarterback to the NFC Championship, or Calais Campbell, who was Defensive Player of the Year runner-up in Jacksonville. But more times than not, you get a Terrell Pryor. So we'll have to wait and see if these moves were the right ones. But Cameron Fleming, I believe, is actually a really good signing for the Cowboys. Cameron Fleming, 6'6", 320 pounds, has played in 47 games, is only 25 years old, so we got youth on his side. And he is blocked for Tom Brady. This past season, he played in 12 games, started 6 of them, and I can guarantee you that he did not give up 6 sacks to a nobody like we had here in Dallas. So the question somebody had for me on Facebook is he a day one starter? Well, that depends on what the Cowboys do in the draft. If the Cowboys decide that Will Hernandez is there in the draft and that they want that guy, then he is your swing tackle. You probably leave La'el Collins at tackle. He is now your backup. So he'll play either tackle position, which is not necessarily a bad thing if Tyron Smith ends up having problems, because, again, depth is our biggest issue on this team. Well, that and coaching, but we'll leave coaching for another day. So this gives us options. This makes it so you don't necessarily have to draft a guy in the first round for the offensive line, as well as the same thing with having Allen Hurns. It opens up the draft more. Now, some people will say, no, I want Collins at tackle. He's great out there. Well, guys, there's a difference in tackle and guard, just like there's a difference between a right tackle and a left tackle. If you've never played, it's totally different. If you're playing right tackle, you're used to having that first step with your right leg when you're going in pass protection, okay? You're used to guys coming to this shoulder. Versus the other side, it's the exact opposite. And that's just between tackles. Okay? Now everything is focused on this side as opposed to this side. It's like being right-handed and left-handed. Try writing with your right hand if you're right-handed, and then try writing with your left hand and see how much harder it is doing with your left hand. And the same thing about guard. Now, one of the problems is basically Collins has gone from guard to tackle, and then you're going back to guard. But I believe he is a better natural guard in the NFL. I know he played tackle in college, but he was a lot bigger than most college players and stuff, so of course you put him out at tackle. But in the NFL, he's got speed. He can maneuver in traffic. He can pull like a freight train, and literally, he hits guys and doesn't miss a beat. Let's go to this little clip right here from courtesy of the NFL YouTube site, and you'll see what I mean here. He is an absolute beast pulling. Now watch. 71. Boom. He's out there sprinting. Boom. Hits Clinton Dix. Doesn't miss a beat. He is leading Zeke Elliott 30 yards down the field. That, my friends, is what you want. Look at the speed on Collins. Unbelievable. That is your guard downfield taking out two guys. There's another video I have from one of my early videos of Collins basically doing a double take on Seattle where he is literally cleaning up Cam Chancellor. Just literally just lifted it up in the air, throw him back about 5 yards. He is an absolute beast at guard. So with Cameron Fleming at tackle, you end up having Lyle Collins at guard. All of a sudden, we're back in great shape. And now what you can do is you can look at another offensive lineman to be your swing tackle later in the draft. Boom. So this move opens it up. So the question is he a day one starter? At the moment, I say yes, he is. But that doesn't mean that you don't look for somebody else for depth, because we do need depth. We have Joe Looney and stuff. We don't know how good he really is. Didn't get an opportunity last year. So that tells you a little something right there. Now, of course, Jason Witten ended up restructuring his contract so he could get $3.5 million to get this guy signed. Now, here's the thing that a lot of people don't understand, because I get a lot of people that are saying that Jason Witten is such a statesman, man. He is a team player. You know, he gave money back so that way the team can be better. Pump the brakes right there. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. Because he did not give money back. He restructured his contract. There's a difference between restructuring and pay cut. Restructuring means we're going to cut you a check today, and that check is prorated over the life of the contract. That's why Tony Romo's contract, that's why we're still paying him $9 million now, because we kept restructuring it. We kept taking money off of it, writing him a check and saying this is signing bonus or guaranteed money, handing it to him, and dividing that up by however many years are left in the contract. That's one of those triggers that you can do that we've done with Tyron Smith many, many times, and that's why he's a $17.5 million cap hit. So it reduced this year's cap number just through money down the road. So understand, yes, Jason Witten is a team player, but understand he didn't give any money back. No money, not a single penny changed on the amount of money that's owed to him on the contract. There are voidable years, which helps, but that's a whole nother thing. So it gets crazy with all that. Now, that's different than what they're talking about for Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant, they're not offering to restructure where we're going to sign you a bonus check and put the money down the road. What they've been hinting at is a contract reduction, as in tearing up the current contract, we write a new one for less money. That's totally different. So we'll see what happens on that one. I put up a video yesterday about Jean Jacques Taylor, who basically says that Dez Bryant is gone, that it's more than just the money, it's everything with him. I'm curious to hear what your guys' opinion on that one. To me, at the moment, I don't think Dez Bryant is gone. I could be wrong. But looking at it, it depends on how the draft goes. The Cowboys would love to be able to get that $12.5 million as a June 1st savings, but they're still looking at having him on the team at the moment. At least that's what I'm believing at the moment. I would not be surprised if he is gone. I still believe that they've been working in that direction. Had they gotten Sammy Watkins, he would have definitely been gone. So we'll have to wait and see. But there's no urgency on the Cowboys on this one, except here is the big caveat. If they are really thinking about doing it, they need to do it before the OTA start. Because if he comes in, lifts a weight, drops a weight on his foot and breaks it, they're on the chain for that whole contract. So if anything's going to happen, it will start before the OTAs. So that's what we have on that one. Now, Allen Hurns, another point I want to talk about. Allen Hurns, I think he's going to be a great number 2, and this is one of the reasons why I think Dez Bryant is still back here, because I don't think he's a number 1. I don't think you want to rely on him being a number 1 guy just yet. He's had some flashes and things like that. He's had a few injuries and things, but I think he's going to be a great wide receiver for us, just like I believe Deontay Thompson is going to be a good role 3rd, 4th, 5th wide receiver for the team. And it's interesting because you remember last week, guys, although it's about 50 degrees out here today and the snow's all gone, but that snowstorm, that 4th northeaster in the last about 4 weeks, diverted his plane from going to New York. He was scheduled to go see the Jets first. He ended up coming to Dallas. Dallas actually, I guess, worked some magic because he's here, and I think that that's going to be one of those signings we're going to look back and say that was a really, really good signing. Cost-wise, $12 million, 2-year contract, you know, I can work with that. Now, that does mean that somebody is going to go on that roster. We have 7 wide receivers, and I don't think they're going to hold on to 7 wide receivers. I touched on this before. Cole Beasley, if Cole Beasley goes, you save $3.2 million. And I think that he is actually tradable more so than Terrence Williams is. Terrence Williams, if he's cut, you don't save a dime. You take a $4.7 million cap hit. So unless you can trade him, cutting him doesn't help you at all. You don't save any money, and you still have a hole on your team. But we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Other than that, friends, that's what we have. You are up to date. We'll see if the Dallas Cowboys make any other moves today. But I want to thank you guys for all the support. We've already gone up to now 21,000 plus subscribers. I am humbled and honored. But now you guys have put the pressure on me. You guys have put the pressure on me to make sure that I keep getting better and better and better at what I do. So I'm going to keep working harder. I'm going to keep working on improving, and I'm going to keep working on bringing you the best sports coverage here on YouTube. And I'm hopefully going to meet a lot of you guys next month because we are only 32 days away from the NFL draft. And don't forget, guys, we are driving an RV from Virginia all the way down to AT&T, and we'll be there every day with Law Nation, with my man DMV Blue, with E2 Blue, with my man DMV. We're going to end up having Vosh there. We're going to have Shango, once he gets back from his trip from New Zealand, actually Skyping in. So all your favorite YouTubers will definitely be in one place, and I'm inviting all of you guys to come through. And what we're doing to help raise money for that is we've been doing drawings every live stream on Monday and Friday nights for stuff. Willy Wonka, his Lyle Collins, yes, Lyle Collins, our guard, Jobu t-shirt is going to be put in the mail for him tomorrow. He was our winner on Friday. We'll be doing another drawing again tomorrow night. So if you guys want to be part of that, any super chats, enter you into the drawings. And if you want to make a donation, go to my website, CowboyJobu.com, and there's a donate button. But I appreciate all the support from each and every one of you guys, and thank you for following and supporting the channel. I will see you with any news on the day. Hello, friends. Cowboy Jobu here with an unsolicited opinion on the Jobu wings. You were saying about the wings?
The wings are the best I've ever had. Hands down. Awesome.
Okay, well, we've been passing out our recipe. If you actually look on our YouTube channel, we have all the recipes for all this stuff on here.
With the women, with the ladies.
You know that. Okay, slide in a little bit here. Okay, all right, so on 3. Hey, get in there, man. Okay, we're going to do How About Them Cowboys. Okay, all right, everybody, on 3, How About Them Cowboys. 1, 2, 3.
How about them Cowboys?